my wife proofread it, so there's a high probability there's a missing word or something in here. Okay, but it was a good start to almost get us all on the same page. Okay, so I'm gonna walk through this. Okay, 6th and 7th, this may be a little boring. Okay, but when we get to this alumni page, we're gonna talk extensively through the recruitment process. Kind of crazy because that starts when you get to 8th grade. All right, and just the sanity of the process. Okay, staying all mentally okay. All right, the selection process and teams will all be decided by Carl. Right, I'm over there sitting at my table trying to remember. We had over 200 boys try out today, so trying to remember who's who and making notes. And, right, Coach Karp will put the teams together with Coach Davis and Coach Fay, and they'll work together, and Coach Pruitt, and they'll figure out team placement. Okay, so you don't have to be like, well, Drake was sitting at the table, right? I wasn't picking teams and that kind of stuff. Although I was impressed with our 8th grade girls. Okay, who are we? Page 1. Right, it just kind of lays out who we are organizationally. Okay, we'll have about 500 kids by the time our high school kids all come back, about 50 different teams, right, serving 59 different school districts, right? The biggest thing I want you to pull out of here, my goal is not to be a premier youth basketball organization, okay? Sounds kind of weird, right? My goal is to be a premier youth development organization, using basketball to develop you as leaders. Right? I feel great joy in seeing an extroverted kid becoming a vocal kid on a basketball court, right? An individual, we don't have this so much on the girls' side, but the boys, right, that don't know how to channel their passion the right way and it comes out as craziness, right? Teaching them how to channel that into effective leadership, right? Learning how to handle failures and set goals and reach for goals, and right, striving to be on your high school varsity team as a 9th grader. It's a big goal. Right, what does that look like? Those life lessons will carry you far beyond the basketball court. Right, that's really the goal of the organization. Okay, page 2, I'm going to tell you why I included this page. Okay, we're a Christian organization, we love Jesus. Okay, why would I include that? Okay, here is why. One of the main emails that I get from people are, I thought you were a Christian organization. Okay, here's going to be my response if any of you send me that email this year. Okay? We are broken, we are sinful, we're going to fall, we're going to fail you, we're going to fail your child, and we need Jesus. Okay? That's who we are. We're not shy about it. We're not hiding from it. Right? That's who we are. That's who I am. Okay? We'll do weekly devotionals that I'll send out. You don't have to open them if you don't want to. All right? But we'll send those out each week. We'll occasionally do them with the athletes. We're going to try to incorporate some stuff. Our coaches don't even know this yet, but Kingdom 7 once a week, where we bring all of our athletes that are practicing at a specific time together, right, for a little 7-minute devotional, which will obviously usually be led by me, okay, right? So that's who we are. Guys, also basketball opens up incredible doors for the gospel. It's done it for me all over this world, right? I've been telling groups all day long. Today in Chad, there's a church with 300 soldiers and their families worshiping, right, in the middle of a Muslim country with a dictatorship form of government, surrounded by Islamic terrorism, right? I went there 5 years ago, began to coach coaches and athletes, and turned into a church plant, and God's doing crazy things, right? So I'll be this kind of stuff that we'll talk about as an organization from a Christian perspective. It's right here. If you want to know who we are, it's here, okay? Okay, important stuff from a basketball perspective, okay? The selection process, this kind of stuff. Again, this isn't so pertinent to the girls program as it is the boys, but they'll just be hey, I don't like my team any longer, so I'm just going to call up Kingdom Hoops and I'll jump into practice and try to be on their team, or I'll just walk into a practice and coach will put you somewhere on a practice court. That won't happen anymore. There'll be 2 selection times. Okay, we'll do obviously today's tryout, and then we'll do one on March 11th if there's holes that we need to fill. Somebody quit throughout the year. We got a couple big-time softball girls that we know we may lose a little bit, right? Somebody's upset of another program and they want to try to jump on, right? It'll be done then. There'll be an organization to it, okay? Now, that's not saying if a 6'4" girl that's left-handed and can run the floor walks in that I won't add her. I may do that, okay? But what I told all of our coaches in our staff meeting last week, right, any additions need to be approved by me. If I look on your court and I don't know the player over there, right, it's not going to be a good next day in the office, okay? So, I mean, that's kind of what I told everybody, right? There's no just randomly right? Carp will go get your uniform and jump on. Like, no, right? It's not fair to the people paying fees. It's not fair to us organizationally, right? And I hate the culture of club basketball right now. If I don't like something, I just go somewhere else. Like, there's appropriate times to do that. I'm just not a big, I get mad about something in December and leave type of person, right? So we're gonna try to create a different culture maybe around here a little bit, right? There are appropriate times to leave, so if you don't like another program, right? Spring, summer season, that's appropriate, right? But they'll, obviously too, proportionally, you'll see a fee difference if you join midway through the year, okay? Here's a big one. We don't wanna develop role players. I mean, you can read through most of this stuff. Right? My job's not to develop role players. All you guys are, for the most part, going to very different high schools, different coaches. You're going to ask to be leaders at your schools. We're going to try to develop you as leaders. Goal number one. So we may move rosters. We may come out with rosters. We feel someone's just standing in the corner shooting threes. We want to develop their ball handling based on where they're going to go to high school. We may move you, right, to give you different experiences. You're not being punished. Coaches don't not like you, right? Right? Or you're on a second team when rosters come out and you develop. You just put in the time and work, right? And you get that opportunity, we may move you, right? So nothing is permanently set in stone ever in this organization, okay? I do a lot of it on feel. Carp is learning to do that as well, right? What is best for the individual? We're never thinking about the team, just so everybody knows. There's never a time that we come in the office. Now, we'll celebrate if we win a championship and nobody else does in the office, right? But we're not talking about the team. We're talking about the individual, right? What does Michaela got to do to get better? What did she do well last weekend? What didn't she do well? How can we help her get better? Jada, we go right around the horn here. What is each individual? And if we develop individuals, our team will be fine. Okay? That's how we think about stuff around here. I don't care about trophies. I don't care about medals. You know, I don't think you see any out. Maybe we have one sitting somewhere. That's not who we're about. We're about you developing, and right now with the goal of playing high school basketball as soon as possible. Jasara, please. Okay? All right, rosters. What'll happen over the next 24 hours is Carp will get me the rosters. I will email them out. We use an email system called Constant Contacts, okay? I really like it. What it does is it allows me to see what my coaches are communicating. Last year, we were all operating on different email systems. It was very, very messy, and I didn't know what has been communicated and what's not. Only problem with Constant Contacts is it's often seen as spam or junk. So if you don't have an email from us in 24 hours, make sure you check your spam or junk email. Okay, make sure it's in there. If you work for the state of Iowa, the military, or the government, I don't know what happens to the emails. They just suck them up when they get there, right? They're nowhere to be found. So I don't know if like those kind of services when they're emailed, right? So if you work for one of those places, work with me, find an alternate email to use because it will not come through and we don't really know what to do, okay? All right? So again, if you don't see an email in the next 24 hours, just reach out to me. My contact info is here. Okay, reach out to me because I'm the one setting up the system. Carp will be the one communicating once we get the systems all in place. Okay? Right? I'm a big, if we get the system right, then the year's easy. Okay? I make a team, right? What do I go from there? What do I do? This is going to walk you step by step. Okay? We have tried to streamline everything to make it as simple as possible with payment. Okay? And make our life as simple as possible. All right? So all on the website. Okay? So you make a team, parents, you want to go pay the fee, right? You want to do it via credit card or online payment. You just go to kingdomhoops.com, go to player registration, select your option. It's pretty, right, self-explanatory from there, okay? Here's the big thing though. Quarterly payments and monthly payments, you're gonna have to go back into the system every month or every quarter, okay, to make that payment, right? It's not, you can't set it up as automatic as we've done in the past. The reason being, when Alex left and I took over some stuff, people that had quit like 3 months ago, somehow it's still coming out automatically. I'm getting nasty emails, right? Maybe we'll explore a system moving forward, but right now we're gonna make it simple, right? If you're paying online, your first payment will be due by August 31st, no matter what, okay? And then you get into our system, right? And then if it's not there on the 1st, my wife will send you a friendly reminder, okay? And then if it's not there by like the 10th, then I'll probably send you a friendly reminder. We'll have a pretty clean system for tracking fees and players. This system, the only bad part is it charges a 5% admin fee. Okay, that doesn't come to us or me. That's my online camp and their services and their system. It's really cool on the back end. It makes my life a whole lot easier. Okay, but they do charge a 5% admin fee, so just know that up front. So if you don't want to pay online, you want to pay by check, cool with me, awesome with me. Okay, and just steps. Just email me. Okay, you'll say you're going to pay by check. Okay, you're going to choose this option. You're going to pay up front, get the 10% discount before September 1. You're going to pay monthly. You're going to pay quarterly. We'll put a note in our system. We have you. We know how to track you. Okay, that's how we're going to do it moving forward. All right, some of the old stuff, I don't know what was going on. Okay, and that's on me. All right, if you want the 10% discount, August 31st, you have to have, if you pay in full by August 31st, you get a 10% discount. Okay, right? If I've been told by my board president that if it's there September 1, I'm supposed to say no. Okay, so whatever he tells me to do, I'm going to do. All right, so August 31st. Okay, I think before, like Alex, you could call him up and talk him into like October, right? August 31st. Okay, if you need financial assistance, okay, there's the steps. Email me to start the process. I'll send you what you need. Okay, if you email me today, tomorrow, right, it's gonna be like a 72 to 96 hour time before I can get to you. Okay, I'm gonna get all these rosters out, systems set in place, and then I'll get the financial assistance stuff. Okay, so just be patient with that. All right, it'll be pretty simple. Please don't take advantage of us. Okay, but I'll work with you. Also, don't be prideful. Don't email me and say we can't play because of the fees. I'll work with you. Okay, we just gotta have open line of communication if this is necessary. It does cost us almost $100,000 a month to operate the organization. Yes, I saw a couple faces. That's what I think most months as well. Okay, right? And we're going to try to clean some stuff up, right? Some stuff got just messy, organizationally, some of that kind of stuff. We're going to clean some stuff up, right? So you're going to be working with me. Everybody, even if you get approved for financial assistance, the uniform fee. You will not get your uniform until you pay that uniform fee. There's no, hey, tell Carp to go get a uniform up in the closet, okay? No more of that, all right? Program fees, you'll see it, okay? All day today, right? When I get 7th and 8th, right? Your numbers have changed, right? Because you quite frankly cost a lot of money for the program, right? Comparatively to the different age groups. So we try to stagger it a little bit, right? Which meant yours went up a little bit, some others may have went down a little bit, okay? But you see that, all right? If you have questions about that, let me know. Okay, you'll see, and it's going to be a big one for me, right? There is an advantage to playing the whole year, right? So if you think in your mind, well, I'll just jump in March, we'll go play our school team, and I'll jump over in March. That's cool, okay? But proportionally per month, your fees will be higher. I'm going to reward the people that play in our organization for the whole year compared to just jumping in midway through the year, right? So that's just how we're going to do it moving forward. For you guys that do travel, we got more, I think, in the kind of the 8th grade, okay, that do maybe need some travel accommodations occasionally or jump in a van with Carp or whatever. There'll be a little $25 fee associated to that moving forward. It'll help us offset some of the expenses with that as well. Okay, and we'll just communicate that out when we get closer to travel. Okay, next page. Okay, Kingdom Hoops schedules. Everything's here, right? Everything is here. Practice schedule will be out September 15th. Tournament schedules will be out no later than October 1st, hopefully way sooner than that. Uniforms, we hand it out October 23rd, okay? First practice, all right? Fall skills will begin Tuesday, September 5th. Okay, the only one I really want to talk about, 2 of them. Days off, I put it Be a Kid days, okay? I'll build about 10 Mondays off throughout the year, just plan on it. Right, I haven't built off, I'm trying to pace the year out. I want to be playing our best basketball come July. Right, so that's 1. 2, parents, I have a psychology degree. Before I started all this crazy stuff, I had my intention of going to get my doctorate in child psychology, right? So I'm big about the opportunity and the ability to just process information. So you get done with the hard weekend. I think 48 hours to 72 hours before you hear from another coach in your ear about the weekend is healthy. Just a process. What did I do well? What didn't I do well? What did the coach communicate to me over the course of the weekend? Right, to think through that. We always have the gyms open on those Mondays that we build off, okay? right? I know Carp doesn't always like to use them. I'm going to make him use them more, right? Because I like them, okay? We have the gym open, right? It's okay. You just come in the gym and just drop them off, right? Let them work out for an hour, parents, hour and a half, and just kind of think about what went right, what went wrong. With the way the club basketball circuit sports is, like nobody has time to process information, right? Like when I was playing, we played a tournament every couple weeks at best. I think I used to play like 3 tournaments in a whole summer, right? You'd have a chance to process what was happening and work on it. I think that's important. That's why we do that. School ball is number 1, okay? Right? You won't get punished, right? I don't want to hear from your school coaches, right? If you have to miss a practice or a game because you have junior high basketball, that's okay. That's fine, right? You just communicate. You have all the contact information, all right? Okay, fall skills calendar is here, okay? 8th grade girls, you'll be with the high school girls. I'll send this out in email because I don't have exact times here. You'll be at 7:30 to 9 for fall skills. 7th, we may do the same with you. We're just trying to figure out numbers with some of the other relationships we have with like Ankeny Centennial Basketball Club. Okay? What you'll see this year, you'll see 9 coaches leading 3 sessions. And each session has a different focus. Okay? So when you come to mine, you can just plan on being bored. Right? We're going to do footwork and shooting. Okay? All right? When you go to Julian's, you'll have a lot of fun. You'll play 3-on-3 all night. All right? So Julian will be the fun coach. All right? I'll be the boring coach. That's okay. But you can kind of see the skill that we are going to focus on that particular evening and which coach is leading. Other coaches will obviously be around. Okay, September and October, that's penciled out. Plus, you'll get exposed to a lot of our different coaches, right? And like Coach Chavez running 3 nights of post-player development, that stuff's healthy, right? That stuff's really healthy. I don't care if you're a guard or whatever else. It's no different than the bigs doing all the ball handling stuff that we do, okay? Contact information, everybody's here. Here are my 2 embarrassing typos. It doesn't affect you guys. I forgot 2 guys' phone numbers. Okay, you can look over it. Okay, 2 kind of strategic partners that we have. I included them in here because we do a lot of stuff with them now. More and more, especially now Cottage Grove Church's church plant, we're starting to do a lot with them. Right, it's a resource. Okay, and they're actually going to have a staff member on our team of coaches that will work with high-risk athletes. I don't think that's any girls. Okay, right? A lot of boys, right? That they don't all start high school with like a 0.5 GPA. So that'll be one of his jobs, identifying that. So Cottage Grove Church will have a presence around here in what we do with engineer performance. All right, Acts 2 Collective, I included this, and the reason being, occasionally I still hear, not as much anymore, but yeah, like Jake's gone for 60 days out of the year, right? He doesn't care about whatever, or does Kingdom Hoops money go to Africa? No, it's 2 separate organizations. The story behind the organization, right, the work we do in Africa is right here so you know it, right? You'll hear me talk about it, especially in the weekly devotionals. And I also used an example from one of our athletes, Jordan Sidors, who thought he was coming here to play basketball, okay? And we say Jordan Sidors was our only boys player, okay, to ever make the NCAA Final Four, right? And he played JV at Central College. He got the NABC Good Works Award, which is awarded to 10 players in all of college basketball doing work all over the world and playing college basketball. And he got that award 2 years ago, and now he's down at the University of Miami going to law school with a focus in international law to work for some of these international organizations that speak for injustices throughout the world. Right? He came here, thought he was playing basketball, he got involved with this, his life took a whole different turn. Okay, 8th grade parents. Most important part, and we're taking longer than I have 7th, 8th grade boys the same way, okay? Our alumni, okay, boys alumni, girls alumni. I included a couple girls, not a lot, I think just a couple, that we trained from 3rd grade through 9th grade and then jumped to attack for the last year or 2. And when they left, right, they got the same offers as when they were here, okay? But at least shows you the alumni that has been a part of this program. Let's touch on recruiting, okay? If a program, an individual, a coach, ever says they are going to get you a scholarship, they're lying. Walk away. They're lying to you, okay? They're absolutely lying to you. Zoe Young just committed to Maryland. Kingdom Hoops did not get her the scholarship. North Parton did not get her the scholarship. She went and played on the Nike circuit the last 2 years. Rumor has it she's coming back to play. Their last year here. Neither one of us got her a scholarship. Zoe Young got herself a scholarship to the University of Maryland. During the high school season, she would come up here at 9 o'clock at night to do workout sessions after her high school practice. That's what got Zoe Young the scholarship. She was the hardest working girl I've maybe ever had through our program. That's why she's going to Maryland. Ain't the program, ain't the shoe, ain't the company, ain't the tournament, ain't nothing. Okay, if anybody tells you that, they're lying to you. If you ever hear a Kingdom Hoops coach or Coach Clark say, I can get you a scholarship if you're playing here, I'll fire him. On the spot, because he's lying. Right? Meredith Burkhall played for us. She's starting at Iowa State. Right? She's starting at Iowa State because Meredith Burkhall worked that hard and is that good of a player. It has nothing to do with Kingdom Hoops. It has zero. Okay, you can see our alumni, right? Over the last 7 years, okay, over $13 million awarded out in scholarships. Okay, right? Sienna Durr, who's on our 17-year-old girls team, she has offers from Providence and West Point in northern Colorado. You could not be scattered more all over the country. You'll get exposure. Why is she being recruited by those people? Because she's that good. And she's a really high-level student. And nothing to do with Kingdom Hoops. And she played at All Iowa Tech, nothing to do with them. She played at the Barnstormers, nothing to do with them or anybody else. She's that good. Okay? And here's how you can start thinking through the recruiting process. Okay? You have 4 in-state schools. Okay, you have Drake, you have UNI, you have Iowa State, and you've got Iowa. They are going to, on average, recruit the 6 to 8 best players in the state. I don't care who you play for. Okay, you play for King Hoops, you play for All Iowa Tech, you play for the Iowa Barnstormers, you play for anybody, the Dragons, Iowa Lead, or any of the other 400 programs around. Okay? They don't care who you play for. They have a responsibility to recruit the best players in the state. So if you're not getting recruited by one of those 4 schools, we're a very unique place. We have a really small population. We have 4 in-state Division I schools. You need to begin to think, is my daughter a Division I basketball player? And that's just reality. Okay? Then you have 6 regional schools. UNO, right? Nebraska Omaha. Okay, you've got UMKC. You've got North Dakota State, South Dakota State. You have 6 low-level Division I schools in the region. All 6 of those schools recruit the heck out of the state of Iowa. So if you're not getting recruited by those 10 schools as this journey goes on, you're probably not a Division I basketball player. That's how you can start to sort through this stuff. Okay? I hope that kind of makes sense as you think through the process a little bit. Again, 6th and 7th grade, I'm not worried about you. It will start. Jada is going to get recruited first. Okay? 8th grade parents. She's going to get recruited. She's going to be a high major Division I recruit, assuming she doesn't get hurt or she doesn't get lazy. Okay? Right? So we all know. And Jake will be right. Okay? And you better keep working hard. Okay, I did that to Meredith in 8th grade too. Okay? Right? And everybody will feel, why? Because she's really tall and she can move and she can run and she can jump and she's got a great skill set. Right? Like those kind of players, Meredith Burkhall, those guys are going to go first in the process. And then it's going to trickle down. Okay? Right? Zoe Young is a big point guard. She's a big point guard. Right? So her process is going to go a little bit faster than everybody else. Right? The reality is if you just stay with it, you will go to the place that you're designed to go. Shiloh McCool, I better be careful what I say, but she's most likely going to Nebraska Kearney. That's the right level for her. Jenna Borchers just committed to Southwest Minnesota State. That's the right level for her. Shay Campbell from Norwalk just committed to Upper Iowa. That's the right level for her. There's lots of opportunities as this journey goes on. None of those 3 girls are Division I basketball players. They're all going to play Division II, and it's at the right level. Sienna Durr is a Division I basketball player. The stuff is not hard, right? It'll all sort out if you're just patient with the process. The process can drive you insane. Okay? I had a group with Gracie Vanderweide, playing at Marist now, Kennedy Childers playing at North Dakota State, Claire Marburger originally went to Valpo, Meredith Burkall, Carly Littlefield, who's going to Princeton. I know I'm forgetting some in that group. I love that team, okay? When they were in 8th grade, Meredith's recruitment started, and everybody started getting itchy, and everybody started getting worked up, right? And I just clear as day as I am right now. Just stay together, and everybody will have an opportunity down the line. If you just trust the process. This is the process, right? Just getting better is the process. Okay, somebody said to me, like, what's the process? Just get better, right? Rose, on our 15-year-old team, is getting recruited. Why? Because she's really good. I want her on my 15-year-old boys team. She probably starts with me. Right? She's really, really good. You don't have to be a genius to be a college coach over here and sit and watch her and be like, huh, she's really good. I should recruit her. I think Iowa State will recruit her before the year's out. I think Iowa will be recruiting her before the year's out. I think she's that good. Right? These guys get paid millions of dollars to find the best players. Our job in the process is to just help you get better. We're not going to talk about it after today, but I heard the craziness of July. Right? Just enjoy it. Your number one job, how quickly can I play varsity basketball? That's your number one job right now. Everything else will take care of itself. I promise you. And if you don't believe me, just look at this list. You say, well, you have so many more boys and girls. Yeah, there's just more boys playing. Last year we had 21 of our 22 boys get scholarships. I think this year of our 17 and under girls, everybody's going to get a scholarship. Every single girl's going to go play college basketball. Right? It'll happen if you just stay with it and just stay focused on getting better. Right? If you don't get better, that's when the process gets ugly. Okay? Does that kind of make sense, hopefully? I know 6th and 7th, you're like, oh my God, what are we talking about? Right? Before you know it, because this will start to happen, and it happens earlier with girls because girls are typically done growing earlier. So the recruitment process begins in 8th, 9th grade, etc. All right? If you're a small guard, just be patient. It'll all work out for you, okay? Volunteer partnership opportunities, you guys can read through that, okay? Here's the last part of my long spiel, okay? Because we don't get this platform very often, so I'm just going to take full advantage of it. Okay, this one final thought. Parents, allow your child to own the process. Okay? Right? I'm going to try to give a couple examples of what that might look like. One, growing up, okay, it's coach-directed development. So 6th grade girls, some 7th grade girls can't use your weekends very well. I can design drills that make you use your weekend. That's coach-directed development. Okay? We'll go on, and at some part, Kiela's got to start jumping on her jump shot. Like when she gets in the lane, like getting lift on it, right? Like looking like a UConn guard, okay? So I tell Kiela that information. I cannot design a drill that's going to force her to jump high on her jump shot. She's got to choose to do it. That's player-directed development. Coach gives you the suggestion, but you have to choose to do it. Kiela might start doing it and get to be a worse shooter for the next 6 months. She's got to be willing to stay with the process through momentary failure, knowing what's down here, that if she can't jump that high, she can't play at Notre Dame or UConn. Unless she gets to be 6 foot. Right? Does that make sense? That's player, and I'm picking on you because I know you can handle it, right? But that's player-directed development. Okay? They have to start owning the process. All right? And I told our coaches I'd be very delicate with this, okay? Because a lot of these guys make a living off training. I rarely see a player come in our gym anymore without a trainer. Everything you guys, parents, you try to make it coach directed. JJ's really, really, really good. Not always sane on the court, but he's really good. I don't train him very often. But I don't. If he wants to be a good basketball player, he knows what to do. Occasionally, I'll give him a suggestion or two. You don't need 400 trainers and 800 different voices. Do you want to be good? You know what to do. Go to the hoop and work on it. If you don't, cool. You just better get A's in school. Okay? I mean, I'm being real. Right? Another example. Right? Justice, my son's playing varsity football as a freshman, starting at linebacker. He loves football. I don't know how much longer he'll keep playing basketball. Okay? But high school football starts. Okay, these first couple weeks start in, and I just kind of watch to see what would happen. He goes to varsity practice. He goes to varsity lifting. He does whatever is required, and then he's home by 11:30 and hangs out on the couch till about 8 or 8:30, and then he goes out with some friends for a couple hours and comes home. Like it's a dorm room, right? And I watch this take place for a couple weeks, and he always is talking about how he wants to play at Alabama or play Division I football. And so then one night, I summoned him to my room, and I said, Justice, you are doing nothing different than your peers right now. You're doing the same practice as them, the same workouts as them, the same speed agility as them. Tell me the last time somebody from Ballard High School has been a Division I football player. Never. So if you continue to do the same thing every day that your peers are doing, you're not going to play Division I football. Those 9 hours that you relax in your bed, right? Why don't you do something? And this was his answer to me. Well, I have no way to get to engineer performance. So my response to him was the last 3 nights you found a way to get to the Iowa State Fair. Right? It's just where you want to go, what you want to do, and when you want to be there. If you wanted to get to engineer performance, I'm sure you could get there. Right? Ballard has a nice track that's less than a mile from our school. Your bike works. The wheels pedal. You can pedal to the track. Right? Because a 4.940 will get you playing Division II football. Right? That's player-directed development. I don't care if Justice plays college football or not. I really don't. Makes no difference to me. But don't walk in my house and say you're going to do it when you're doing everything that your peers are doing. But you have to own it. You can't just say it, players. You have to actually own the process. And what's happened in this club world, right? Today we had kindergartners here. It's craziness. By the time you're this wee big, mom and dad just sign you up, sign you up, sign you up, sign you up. And you just go wherever mom and dad sign you up for. And at no point do you own it. Curtis Stinson and I were driving to Milwaukee last year talking about this. We can never remember a time that our parents signed us up for something. Now, thank God you guys do, or I wouldn't have this job, right? But we can never remember a time that our parents signed us up. Like, we found an opportunity, we brought it to them. And then they made the sacrifice to provide us that opportunity. Right? When I was in 7th grade, my dad put me on a plane. I want to go to the 5-star camp. He said, okay, mom and dad can't go to the 5-star camp with you, but we'll put you on a plane and someone will pick you up in Pittsburgh. I was 13. But in all of that, I got to learn to own the process. Right? And it's going to be a hot button topic of mine all year. Because I sit in my office last month and I just watch it. And one of the things that we've seen this huge spike in development of our athletes until about 9th grade. And then the great ones keep going, but the majority, 98%, just plateau out. So we have begun to ask the question, why? And we really believe because you guys, right, never own the process. Right? Right? Like, I'm challenging you guys, and I say in the 7th, 8th grade, was to start owning it for yourself. Right? Your conditioning level, your bodies, your jump shot, whatever that might be. And parents figuring out how to do that. So we just gave a few simple ways. Right? A great way to do that, just drop them off at the gym. Right? I can't tell you the number of times that Zoe Young is just dropped off here. No Ed, no Helena, nobody, and Zoe, just Zoe. And she ended up at that hoop down there, all by herself, just working on her game. Right? Like there's a benefit to that. Okay, and I'm not saying that, right, we have great trainers, and those people will come alongside of you. But I'm just saying a balance. There's got to be a healthy balance if you're going to maximize your experience in these clubs and these programs. Okay? So that's a lot of information. Okay? I get one time to spit it all out where it's not an email and then you just don't have to open it. Plus, the good thing with Constant Contacts is I can go in and see who actually opened the email and who didn't. All right? So please open the emails moving forward. All right? Okay, last thing. Then you can go. Okay, make sure you try those uniforms. Okay, put your number, put your size down, all that kind of good stuff. Those are obviously not our uniforms. It'll be the general material. It'll be pretty similar for that. Okay, you guys got that?